Okay, welcome back. This is the fourth and final installment of Circles. In front of you have your warm-up. Please, as usual, take between 9 and 10 minutes to complete the warm-up. Pause the tape. Okay, welcome back. Today's Friday, so happy Friday. By now, everybody should be able to knock all 4 of these warm-up questions out. If you can do these questions, you should feel great about where you're headed towards the EOG. Number 1, John is collecting data to determine where 7th grade students want to go over summer vacation. Which group should they survey to collect the best data? Okay, let's see, John. If John surveys 15 of his friends, they might all like the same thing. They might all want to they might all be into sports. They might want to all go to ESPN World in New York City. If he asks 25 kids from his homeroom class, might be not a bad idea. If he has 20 students from travel club, though, they're probably going to want to travel far away. They might not be the best group to ask. So we're kind of stuck between 2. And actually, both of these would be a pretty good way to judge this. However, he's going to get the most variety if he asks students from all of his classes. So answer choice D is the best answer. Number 2 says solve the following inequality. It says negative 2x plus 6 is less than negative 2. All right, let's set this up. For the love of God, I hope you were able to answer this by now. Remember, algebra is the biggest part of the EOG. Negative 2x plus 6 is less than negative 2. Again, remember, we are trying to isolate the variable, which means get it by itself. Problem 1, we're going to take 6 away from both sides. Positive 6 minus 6 cancels out. On your calculator, you need to do negative 2 minus 6. Gives you negative 8. So we have negative 2x is less than negative 8. This is a 2-step equation. Why? Because it takes 2 steps to solve. We did step 1 by taking 6 away. Now we have to isolate our x, which means we're going to divide each side by negative 2. And hopefully you remember, Devin, that when we divide by a negative, we flip our sign. Cancel. On our calculator, negative 8 divided by negative 2 is positive 4. X es más que 4. Number 3. A circle has a circumference of 215 yards. What is the approximate radius of the circle? By now, you should have done this without me having to tell you. There's a circle. We're talking about circumference. Circumference equals 2 times, circumference equals pi times diameter. Or you could use circumference equals 2 times the radius times pi. I prefer this because it's easier. Okay? We're looking for the approximate radius. Well, we don't know the radius and diameter yet. That's what we're going to find out. We do know that the circumference is 215, so 215 equals pi times the diameter. To isolate or get the diameter by itself so we can know what it is, we're going to divide each side by pi. Pi by pi, pi by pi. Trust the calculator. 215 divided by pi gives me 68.43 equals D for diameter. Now to determine the radius, we have to take half of that. Half of it is 34.2 something, approximately a 34. Number 4. Mr. L went shopping and bought 2 notebooks for $2.99 each and a new book bag for $14. The store charges a 7.5% tax. What was his total bill? Some of you guys probably got tricked on this because you didn't read carefully. Well, when Mr. Mr. L went shopping. He bought 2 notebooks for $2.99 each. So, on notebooks, he spent $5.98. He also bought a new book bag for $14. So altogether, Mr. L spent $19.98 at the store. Again, this is not difficult. It does require you to actually read, which I know might be tricky for some of us. Then it says the store charges a 7.5% tax. Well, a tax is going to mean the prices increase, so it's going to end up being greater than that. 7.5% as a decimal is 0.075. If you were not sure what this percent is as a decimal, on your calculator, you could type in 7.5, hit the percent sign, and hit equal, and it'll give it to you. So to determine how much tax there is, you do 19.98, the original price, times the tax rate, 0.075. So the tax is $1.49, plus the cost of all the stuff, which was $19.98, giving him a bill of about $21.47. If you need help with any of these warm-up problems, come on now. We've been doing it all week. You shouldn't need help with them. All right, next. How can the parts of the circle be used to solve real-world problems? This is the last day we're working with circles, and there are 3 circle questions on the EOG. Pretty decent percent for pretty easy problems. Here's the activator for today. From your memory, without looking at your notes, write the circumference formula 5 times. Write the area formula 5 times. For circumference, choose the formula. Pause it, get to work. Okay, welcome back. Area formula. Area equals pi times radius to the 2nd power. Area equals pi times radius to the 2nd power. Area equals pi times radius to the 2nd power. Area equals pi times radius to the 2nd power. Area equals pi times radius to the 2nd power. That's it. Gotta have it. Circumference. C equals pi times diameter. 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 When you get your scrap paper for the EOG, the very first thing you should do is write the formulas down. You're going to use them on the entire test. All right, so today we're going to do a little bit of problem solving here. And on each of these slides, I'm going to do one example, and then you're going to do the rest. Number 1. A large pizza has a diameter of 14 inches. If the pizza is cut into 6 slices, how large is each piece? Okay, so first thing I'm doing, I'm drawing a circle. Circular pizza. Diameter of 14 inches. The diameter is 14, means the radius is half of that, which is 7. A couple things are happening here. It says the pizza is cut into 6 slices. How large is each piece? Well, I know pizza because I've eaten it plenty of times, and I know when I cut a slice, this is my slice. All of this stuff is my slice. I'm not just looking for the crust of the pizza. So I know that we're going to be working with area. So here's my thought process. The first thing that I want to do, for me, is I want to figure out what the area of the entire pizza is. So I'll do that now. Area equals pi times radius to the 2nd power. You're probably sick of hearing me say that. Then memorize the formula. Okay, let's plug it in. Area is the same as pi times 7 to the 2nd power. So, I'm going to do that on my calculator. The area is the same as pi times 7 to the 2nd power. So the area 153.93. That area is the area of the entire circle. So the whole thing has an area right here. Now the problem doesn't ask me for the area of the entire pizza. It says the pizza's cut into 6 slices. How large is each piece? So if this is my entire area, 153.93 of the whole pizza, and I'm dividing that into 6 pieces, all I'm going to do is divide that number by 6 and find that the area of each piece is right here. On problems 2, 3, and 4, the best way for you to do this is to follow the example and use your brain. Think about it. Draw the pizza, label the diameter, label the radius. Figure it out. Pause the tape. Complete problems 2, 3, and 4 now. Okay, I'm not going to walk through these problems, however, I am going to put the answer up here. For number 1. For number 2. For number 3, a pizza has a diameter of 12 inches. So I am going to show this one because it looks a little different here. A pizza has a diameter of 12 inches. So, my pizza, it's got a diameter of 12, which means it has a radius of 6. If the pizza costs $15, how much does it cost per square inch of pizza? So what I'm going to do here, first, I'm going to figure out the area of the whole pie. So there we go. Just redrawing what we already have. Diameter of 12, radius of 6, area equals pi times radius to the 2nd power. These pizza problems, if we're thinking about crust, we're thinking about circumference. Anything else, we're thinking about the inside of that pizza, which is the area in here. So the area of this pizza, area equals pi times 6 to the 2nd power. So the area of this whole pizza is 113.09. That's the area of the whole thing. If the pizza costs $15, and I want to know how much it costs per square inch, let me think about that for a second. The whole pizza costs $15. I'm going to divide that by how much there is in the pizza. And I'm going to find out that each square inch of the pizza costs 13 cents. Some of you might have done it the other way and done 113.09 and divided that by 15. If you did it the opposite way, I don't know if you can see this, you would have gotten 7.53, which means each inch of pizza would have cost $7.53. It doesn't make sense. We found the area of the pizza. The whole pizza had this area. We know how much it costs. So to find out how much it costs per 1 inch, cost of the pizza divided by how much it was. Or, what do you know, when we think about this, I'm really going to blow your mind now. If we know that we're talking about the cost, the inches, if it costs $15 for 113.09, and we want to know how much it costs for 1 inch, it's almost like a unit rate problem. Let's see if we get the same answer. 15 times 1 is 15. To get x by itself, we divide each side by 113.09, and sure enough, genius. If you didn't know how to do number 4, pause the tape now and do it. Okay, the last thing that you have to do for today, and this is going to be a quiz grade, is a practice set of problems. It's not very long, however, it is going to take some time for you to work through. Complete the practice set, make sure it's done, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. This is Circles Volume 4, Mr. Johnson out.